So, family, back with another download. I know I typically do one video a day, but I just really felt pressed to do this video this afternoon, okay? I want to share something with you. I want to have a transparent moment with you. I saw something on one of my son's social media pages. As you've heard me say before, I have two grown sons. On one of my oldest son's page, he had his avatar, which is so cute. He has the cutest avatar. And beside it, the saying he had on the post was, "You can bounce back from anything." Oh, and didn't it resonate with me so much? And it kept churning within me and churning within me. And so Holy Spirit prompted me, okay, do a video, talk about this. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about it. It made me think about, it was about close to a year ago, I went through an ending. And it was very hard for me, extremely hard for me, very painful. It took me into a grief process because I had laid my stake into a connection that never really got off the ground. I put a lot into it and did a lot of changing, did a lot of evolving and transforming. But I was dealing with someone that really wasn't trying to do a lot of evolving and transforming. Not a lot of spiritual growth. And so I had a lot to deal with in that connection. And it spanned in an off and on fashion. Even though it ended right at a year or so ago, it spanned over maybe a 3-year off and on type thing. And so when I saw my son's post, it made me reflect. And then last night when I was traveling, I looked at one of the signs that had the time on it, and it said 12:12. Those of you heard me talk about biblical numerology and how important number signs are. And so that 12:12 is indicative of letting go of the past, moving forward with your dreams, with your goals, putting forth the effort, because dreams really do come true. And I began to think about what I went through in that off and on connection that never really developed into a real full-fledged relationship. It will probably fall in situationship category. Okay, so for example, I dealt with someone that would give me things and get upset and take them back, or the things that they promised to do with me, they would do them with other people and then post it over their social media for me to see it. It just a whole lot of stuff. They would talk about me to their family and to their friends. There was extreme hate toward me from that space. I don't know if you've ever had the experience where someone's family hates you or doesn't want you to be around someone based on what that person has said, and a lot of it's not even true. It's a one-sided story, and so I had to deal with that. There were many other things I had to deal with that they probably don't even know that I know. There was a lot of stalking going on. Blocking on one page, creating another page so that they could see kind of what was going on. Just a lot of immaturity. And what's funny about the connection is I watched, an individual who was well-versed, established, intelligent, business-minded, go from that type of mindset to recklessness, to not really doing much, to hanging out with reckless people, doing reckless things. I looked at it as them going through a cycle. All right, one that I could no longer be a part of their life while they went through that cycle. And though it pained me to do a final walk away, and I did that over a year or so ago, I knew it was necessary for my healing and to kind of put myself back together. I was damaged in that connection, and I can only talk about myself, and what I went through. What I went through emotionally, and I began to dig into my spiritual work. And with me doing so, it caused increases in my life. I recognized that when I was dealing with this particular person, there were decreases in my life. And I want you to pay attention to what decreases when certain people come in and out of your life. Are you able to stay focused? Are you able to not be distracted? It was a lot to deal with, a lot to heal from. And I healed without apology, without acknowledgement of what was laid to me, what was given to me. I did all of that without, and I never expected it from this person, because apologies were not a forte. Admitting wrong was not something that was ever done. It was very few and far between. So fast forward to the new era that I'm in, and the new relationship that I have entered. I came out of that thinking, will I ever have this again? Because I felt like there was something, there was a spiritual connection there as well. And I always thought, will I ever have that again? And I questioned that. But when I began to align with what belonged to me by divine birthright, I want you to hear me, okay? Not only did I receive the bounce back, I bounced back through healing, through my union with Holy Spirit, and I also saw a dream come true. I was able to enter a relationship with a divine counterpart. And it literally is like a dream come true. All of the things that are happening now, the plans that we are making, the things that we are doing, were some of the things that I wanted to do previously, but there was not divine alignment. It was not divine alignment. It was a lesson that I needed to learn. And when I learned the lesson, there was really no need for me to even be connected to the individual. And all of everything that I desired from that connection left. I healed and it left. Okay, so there's nothing there. It's almost like I don't have a memory. I remember what was done, but it's nothing that I'm holding. I released it all. So that, when I entered into something new, I didn't have those roadblocks. And literally, it is like a dream. I've never been so honored. I've never been so loved. I've never been so cared for. I've never had someone to be so in tune with me spiritually. And that matters to me. That's a big thing. When you are a person in union with Holy Spirit, it matters who you are in relationship with. And so even as we are planning out life, doing life together, I'm doing it knowing that I bounced back from something. And in truth, you can bounce back from anything. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And I just want to encourage those of you whose heart is sitting in the past. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thinking that you'll never get something. It'll never happen to you. And how poorly you were treated by other people. Okay? If you can just move past that and redirect your mind to what your dream is. Dreams really do come true. I'm living it. I'm living it. I'm living it from a space of knowing that I've received a divine gift, but I had to heal first. All of the things that I learned in that off and on 3 or 4 year situationship, I needed to get those things out so that I could be prepared. I kept saying I was ready, but I wasn't prepared. And that connection, as toxic as it was, as hurtful, as painful as it was, it prepared me for being in dreamland. That's what I call it. Dreamland. Okay? With someone that was sent to me. Not just showed up. Not just trying to take advantage of my platform, or not just trying to connect with me because they think it's going to benefit them. Whether I had a platform or not, they'd still be there. And this is the kicker, and I'm about to be done. This is the kicker. The person had always been in my life for probably the last 7 years. And neither of us had a clue that we would be here today. I'm telling you that to tell you this. Sometimes we're so not prepared that we're missing the blessing, or it's just not divine time for us to know where the blessing is. Okay? You can bounce back from anything, and it is important that you get prepared. And I'll see you on the next download. Toodles.